Okay, good evening, everybody. We're going to get going. I am calling the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2023. My name is Chris Pia, and I'm the chairman for the Stratford Town Council. The first item on the agenda is going to be the invocation and pledge. I would ask Councilwoman Sutton. Okay, and before we begin, I'm just going to take a moment and ask the chamber just to have a moment of silence. We lost two staples and pillars of the Stratford community over the past few weeks, Ed Sulik and Bob Baird, two individuals who just, have done more for this town in terms of volunteering and helping and watching people grow and accomplish wonderful things in their lives. And there's a lot of people here who owe them a great debt. So I'd like to take a moment of silence for those two. Thank you all. All right, the first item on the agenda is going to be the approval of the minutes from the regularly scheduled meeting of December 12th, 2022. I'll entertain a motion to approve. So moved. Mr. O'Brien, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Dancho. Do I have any discussion on that? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0. Next, under communications, we have two letters of resignation. For informational purposes only. Next up is the mayor's report. Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman. Happy New Year, everybody. The Stratford Fire Department and the Stratford Police Department through Police Activities League hosted very successful holiday toy drives, and that wrapped up, as Sarah wrote, at the end of December. We celebrate and honor our police department on National Police Department Appreciation Day today. We observed the 10th anniversary of students and staff tragically taken from us in Sandy Hook on December 14th. We observed Christmas on the 25th, and we actually observed it as a municipality on the 26th. And New Year's Day was observed on January 2nd. With the recent town events, we had the menorah lighting, which was on December 19th. Some COVID updates. The health department offered flu and the new Moderna booster with 2 remaining clinics in December. Those were the 14th and the 20th, and they were held from 1 to 4 at the health department offices. The new schedule is up today in the email blast that was probably just sent out about half an hour ago. After a 2-year hiatus, the department will resume in publishing its annual report. This year's report will try to capture as much of the COVID-related accomplishments since 2020. In other news, the department published its revised 3-year strategic plan and is eager to move ahead on implementing action items. The plan is available on their website for all to view. January is a National Radon Action Month, and the department is celebrating by giving away free radon test kits and holding an event at the Stratford Library on January 25th. Joining forces with the Hispanic Health Council, the department is offering free once-monthly nutrition and health series from January to April. Call the health department to register. For community and senior services, AARP is offering free income tax preparation in person at the Baldwin Center through appointment, and it starts now and it ends at the beginning of April. IRS VITA free income tax preparation is offered virtually at the South End Community Center by appointment, and that is now through the beginning of April. There are limited in-person appointments available. For households struggling with energy bills, call the Baldwin Center for information and eligibility about CT Energy Assistant Program, Energize Connecticut, and Operation Fuel with winter assistance. The Baldwin Gallery is currently featuring the work of Lordship artist Charles Marquois. Upcoming events, we have an AARP Smart Driver course that will be held at the Baldwin Center on January 20th. Registration is required. Sterling House and Community Center, in partnership with Stratford Rec Department and the Baldwin Center, are offering senior pickleball lessons at the Birdseye Municipal Complex. Call Sterling House to register. On January 16th, Sterling House Community Center will celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast, panel discussion, and community activities start the day's events at the Baldwin Center and are followed by family-oriented activities in the afternoon at Sterling House. Call Sterling House for more information and to register. On the economic development front regarding the Army engine plant, the property conveyance from the Army to Point Stratford renewal is expected in early spring. Complete Streets Phase 1, we are waiting for project authorization letter from DOT to begin the project. Phase 2 design is underway, and it encompasses from Barnum Avenue to Main Street through Paradise Green. Contract plating, economic development, and environmental superintendent will be working with an LEP to put together an RFP, it's a lot of acronyms, to be released within the next month to complete the remediation of the property. And this is in thanks to DECD's funding of $1,473,000. The plan of conservation and development continues, and on January 11th, the consultant will be meeting with the housing agencies. On January 15th, the survey closes. There are 845 responses to date. And on January 23rd, the land use boards and housing partnership will meet. From mid-January through mid-February, stakeholder meetings will be scheduled. For additional information, please visit www.planstratford.com. On business news, Kitchen Brains spent close to $2 million as part of their recent expansion to retool their entire manufacturing department. The new equipment will enable Kitchen Brains to increase production capacity by 40% in response to both retail customers and original equipment manufacturers interested in purchasing American-made controllers for the food industry. The Economic Development Director, Mary Dean, and I met with the new DECD Commissioner, Alexandra Daum, and David Lehman, the previous DECD Commissioner, in late December for an update on Stratford, which including the Army engine plant, contract plating, and the airport. We had some significant conveyances this past month. 2945 Main Street sold for $756,000 to Ocean Air Holdings Company. That happened on December 9th. 230 Ferry Boulevard sold for $720,000 to 230 Ferry Boulevard LLC, and that happened on December 19th. 1258 Barnum Avenue sold for $1,400,000, and that happened on 12/15. And 717 and 719 and 1683 Barnum Avenue sold for $615,000 to Faulkner Barnum Avenue, and that happened on the 21st. Upcoming town events, Town Hall will be closed on Monday the 16th to recognize Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Connecticut's Department of Transportation will hold a virtual meeting on January 19th at 6 p.m. regarding the rehabilitation of bridge number 02150, which is the Route 15 Merritt Parkway over the Freeman Brook in Stratford. There are face pages and websites for the details. Stratford Restaurant Week will be celebrated March 19th through March 25th. And for staff news, we had quite a spirited decorating contest in Town Hall. The town clerk's office froze the competition, these are quotes from Sarah, with their winter wonderland and took first place. Zdenka Salk from our finance department retired as of January 4th. And then, Council, I'd like you to consider Donna Wells as a conservation commissioner. And that's my report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll open it up to the council for questions for the mayor. Does anybody have any questions for the mayor? Ms. Shake?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Madam Mayor. With the list of property sales that you listed off, do you happen to know which districts those are in? Because it sounds like most of them are maybe District 2. I was trying to visualize where those addresses were, if you know.
.230 Ferry Boulevard is District 2. 2945 Main Street, I don't believe, is District 2. It might be District 6. It depends on which side of the street you're on. 1259 Barnum Avenue, or 1258, Could be District 2 or District 4, I'm thinking. And then 1717, 1719, and 1683 Barnum Avenue. Could be either, but now I'm trying to think. Councilwoman Rice, you're on Boston. Is that the edge of District 4? It's not really, is it? Yeah. So we can look them up, Councilwoman, and through the council clerk, get you that information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the mayor? Seeing none, we'll move on. Town Attorney's report. Mr. Leclerc or Mr. Flora?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be giving the report this evening.
Go ahead.
Since our last meeting, we've resolved two general liability property damage claims against the town in a combined amount of $2,100. We received one notice of a defective sidewalk claim. We opened two files for property damage, one a tree limb, one a sewer line. We've opened two additional files for damage to town vehicles by other vehicles, 4 Freedom of Information requests, and 1 foreclosure matter. And that is our report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Town Attorney. Next item under new business is going to be 7.1.1. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. O'Brien.
Yes, I move 7.1.1, the award of RFP 2022-21 to Westcott Maples Incorporated of New Haven, Connecticut, in the amount of $81,500 for engineering agreement regarding miscellaneous drainage.
Okay, motion's been made by Councilor O'Brien. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Dancho. Any discussion on this? Mr. Town Attorney, was his motion acceptable?
Yes, he's moving the item as it appears on the
Okay.
the agenda, so yes.
Okay. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0. Next item on the agenda is going to be item 7.2. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Poisson.
I'd like to make a motion to approve item 7.2, resolve that award of town bid number 2023-04-rebid to the low bidder, C-Tech Incorporated, in the total amount of $761,806, be and is hereby approved, and the mayor be and is hereby authorized to enter into a contract for such in the total amount of $761,806, funded by the previously approved town council appropriation for the foregoing solar project in form acceptable to the town attorney.
Motion by Mr. Poisson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Sutton. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0. Next item on the agenda is going to be item 7.3.1. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Sutton.
I would like to move that Angela Caponera be who is recommended by the majority vote of all active volunteer members of the Stratford EMS, be hereby appointed as a member of the EMS Funding Committee to the resigned seat of Jenna Warman with the expiring term of December 11, 2023.
Motion's been made by Ms. Sutton. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0. Next item on the agenda is item 7.3.2. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Dancho.
I move that Gregory Burns of Bayview Boulevard be and hereby appointed to the Board of Assessment Appeals to the resigned expired seat of Thomas McElarney with a term that expires January 2026.
Motion to approve by Councilman Dancho. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion on the item? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0. Next item on the agenda is going to be item 7.4.1. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Dancho.
I move that the mayor's appointment of Donna Wells to the Conservation Commission be and is hereby confirmed.
Motion by Ms. Dancho. Do I have a second? Seconded by Ms. Sutton. Any discussion on the item? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 8-0.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Poisson. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Chair votes aye. Motion passes 8-0. Thank you all.